Hello, Anya here. We at the LPCA miss you all so much, and while we've had to put a hold on the after-school workshops, we want to keep you busy at home working on arts and crafts. The project we're going to be working on is inspired by Brooke Noble's amazing ceramics workshops. And while you probably don't have a kiln and clay and glazes laying around, there are things at your house you might have that you can use to create something along the lines of what you might create in one of Brooke's workshops. Now before we begin, I'm going to mention that adult supervision is necessary for this project because we are going to be using an oven. So if there's an adult present, let's get crafting. So we are going to be working on dough ornaments, and for this project you are going to need 1 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of salt, and 7 tablespoons of water. This is what you use to create your dough mixture. Once you've created your dough mixture, you're going to want to roll it out with a rolling pin if you have one. If you don't, you can also use a water bottle or a thermos. You can also just flatten it out with your hands. That'll work as well. Once you've rolled or flattened your dough, you're going to want to get out your cookie cutters. If you don't have cookie cutters, you can get creative. I used a drinking glass. You can use different shaped containers. You can use a plastic butter knife to cut out different shapes, and this is pretty handy to have. Once you've cut out your shapes, you're going to use a drinking straw to poke a hole in your ornament. If you don't have a drinking straw, you can use the end of a paintbrush to poke a hole. Once you've baked your ornaments, you're going to want to make them nice and colorful, and you can use any kind of craft paint to make them nice and colorful. And finally, you're going to need any sort of string or yarn to hang your ornament. The first thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 300 degrees. And while you're waiting for the oven to warm up, we can work on our dough. You're going to take the cup of flour, the 1/4 cup of salt, and the 7 tablespoons of water, and put it in a bowl. I'm going to recommend you mix your ingredients with your hands because it's easier and it's fun to get your hands a little messy. You're going to do this for about 5 minutes. You can smush the dough, pick it up, squeeze it, make sure you get all that stuff around the side of the bowl. Whatever you do, just make sure you mix those ingredients well. Now that we have our dough, we need to roll it out to about 1/4 inch thick. Again, you can just use your hands to push it down, or maybe a water bottle if you don't have a rolling pin. Once you have your dough rolled out, you're going to use your cookie cutters or your cup or whatever it is you found for your ornament shapes, and you're just going to push it into the dough. If there's a shape you don't have, you can cut it out with your plastic butter knife. Once you have your shapes cut out, you're going to use your drinking straw or the end of your paintbrush to poke a hole for your ornament string. When you're finished with that, you're going to take the ornaments and place them onto an ungreased baking sheet and into the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. Once you've taken your ornaments out of the oven and they've had a chance to cool, you can use your craft paint to make them nice and colorful. Here are some of the ornaments I painted, and after I painted them, I just tied on a piece of string. But you don't have to stop there. You can create all sorts of things with your ornaments. I also created this strand of garland using the ornaments and beads from a broken necklace I had. And I also made this necklace using an ornament and a wooden bead. The possibilities of what you can create with your ornaments is endless if you just use your imagination. Enjoy!